All right, what's up, everyone? How was the weekend for you? Bringing my video to you from my sofa. It's really hot in Singapore, and I'm sorry my video is so late. Usually, I will usually have a video by 9 o'clock or maybe 9 p.m. US timing. But I was cleaning the house, preparing for the new baby in September, and I was really tired, right? So just wanted to bring this video to you, a little bit late, but nonetheless still good. I'd like to really show some gratitude to the guys at cryptocurrency markets. Later, I'll just show their channel. I think you guys who follow the crypto scene, you all will know, of course, Tizen and leonfu.com. And I just want to say thank you to the both of them, that they really changed my life, because they are out to change people's lives by allowing them to understand about cryptocurrency markets. And when I first followed them, it was like what, 6 7 months ago, and I was new. I was never skeptical. I was always seeking information, and they really helped me out. And because I stayed invested in some of the recommendations that they put out there, um, you know, and they gave their analysis, especially from Leon, who gives the from the fundamental analysis, and Tizen, who gives the technical or trading analysis, right? And that really helped me out a lot. And I would say that because of them, I've literally made that life-changing income. And I hope that you guys who are watching my channel, because my channel's a small channel, it's growing, and I'm very, very thankful for the viewers that have been coming on board, especially this past month. It is clear that the cryptocurrency markets are picking up in popularity, but I'm so thankful for the fact that these two guys have literally just been changing lives for not just me, but I'm sure a lot of people who have followed them ever since they were like what, 5,000 subscribers. That's when I was there. Now they're like 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, so please check them out, and follow them, and I wish them all the very best and all the success. All right, so now of course on to the markets, right? As per normal. Okay, so now we're looking at of course Bitcoin currently at 29 billion. Ripple at 9 billion has taken the uh, second spot, and Ethereum at 8.3, Litecoin at 1.4, Neem is at 1.1 billion, Dash at 630 million, and of course Ethereum Classic 598 million, Monero at 404 million, Stellar Lumens at 374, and Augur 184 million, and Golem at 173 million. And Steam is coming back up at 167 million. Okay, so just two honorable mentions. Now, I just want to just let you know that the market cap is now clearly past 50 billion. It's at 55. And the BTC dominance is steadily dropping, meaning that more and more people are, of course, into altcoins. As you can see, sooner or later, it's going to be probably 40% BTC, 60% alts, because the technology for all these altcoins are picking up, becoming more competitive. Maximalists will say that, oh, Bitcoin, it can adopt any one of all these technologies easily. But the matter of fact is, sometimes it's just about being focused, right? What is Bitcoin's specialty? Like, what was Bitcoin created for? Like a decentralized form of currency. So, although yes, it could have a smart contract, embedded onto its network. Sure, you can write that, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's about being focused. So it depends on the people who are so-called writing programs on Bitcoin. What is the focus? I think the focus now is the scalability issue. As you can see, Litecoin has literally surged up in terms of market cap, and of course now it has tapered off because they activated SegWit, right? But the moment they activated SegWit, that has already been priced in, meaning that the run-up has already been priced in. They've already tapered off. They're below $30, and they're now steady. So that's where I'll start looking at Litecoin again. I looked at Litecoin when it was $4, and then after that, I made some on Litecoin, and it went to $10. I didn't talk about Litecoin because I didn't really know exactly as much as I recommended on Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Even when Golem was cheap, I recommended Golem, but I didn't speak about Litecoin much. I mentioned it, but I didn't really want to go all out because I didn't really know the technology behind it, or at least the fundamentals behind it, to even give a say. So I really apologize if I didn't mention about Litecoin, and I hope that people who saw it went in anyway, and I hope you made a bunch of profits. But even if you missed out on it, okay, it doesn't matter, because a lot of things throughout the past 3 to 4 weeks have run up so much. Like Ripple was the star of the show the whole of last month, and it still seems to be having some momentum, although it has tapered down. But nonetheless, there's always going to be ICOs out there. There's going to be coins that are going to have new announcements and developments. So never have that fear of missing out. There's always a chance, right? So yeah. So okay. So anyway, this is of course cryptocurrency dot market, right? So this is of course Tizen, and this is Leon Fu. So yeah, follow them. All they are really informative guys. So if it's anything, follow these guys, listen. And a key takeaway about when I listen to them, the one valuable piece of information that they told me was never to trade on margin. Okay, so I want to speak a little bit more about this. Never to trade on margin. Now, I didn't have much when I started crypto. Okay, majority of what I earned from my affiliate programs was going to towards paying my bills, right? Because I'm a father. A lot of whatever I earn is always going to bills, right? Food and whatever, just basically paying for stuff. Okay, I don't have much behind, but I took a leap of faith. Okay, I took a leap of faith, but I didn't get greedy. I practically put my money into Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ethereum Classic, some Golem, some Pascal, some into Augur, and those were before February. That was around February. Okay, that was even before the run up. And what made me put my money into those coins in the first place, out of so many, was I liked the fact that they were fundamentally very sound. Okay, they were fundamentally very sound. I'm nowhere a techie, guys. I'm nowhere a techie. I don't do programming. I used to be a banker, so I do have some investment knowledge, and also I'm very confident about certain fundamental plays, especially after done my intensive research. So I was a large part on my own when I made those decisions. Okay, and of course anyone who really hit it decently well. So I put my money into those cryptos, and yeah, I would say I made quite a bit. So with that, they mentioned that never touch margin, and I really saw a lot of people got hurt, especially when Ripple was having that sell down, right? That huge take profit that took place just I think last week. I think it should be last week, right? So when that happened, a lot of people tried to close off their margin positions in Ripple, and they couldn't, because the server crashed on them, and they were not from being in profit. They couldn't, because they were on margin. And I completely understand, because when you're starting out with very little, say you have 1,000, 2,000, even $50 to $100, right? You want to put it all in, because you don't want to miss out on that 3x, that 10x. It's so tempting. But let me tell you this: when you stay invested in a particular coin that you have already done your research in, and even if it has that short-term volatility, right? Even if it has that short-term volatility, you're not gonna panic, right? When ETC got sold down all the way until $5, I didn't care. I didn't even flinch. I was a little bit like, it's going down, but I didn't care, because I knew where it's gonna go. I know where it's gonna go long term. Okay, and I take a long-term view about stuff. I don't take a short-term view. And even if I had a short-term play, I'm pretty, optimistic about the plays, because I tell myself, if a crypto can drop 30, 40%, right? I want to make sure that that crypto returns like, 200, 300%. But if it's going to take like, a few months for that to happen, then so be it. And if I got it wrong, then I got it wrong. You have to accept it as an investor. You can't like, panic every time. So if you're on margin, I think, okay, let me just give something more sound for margin traders. I'm not hammering on margin traders. In fact, you can make a lot of money if you're on margin, but if you have those black swan events or huge sell downs, then you're going to get hurt, right? So my take is, whenever you have a certain amount for margin, right, do 10, 20% maximum. All right, say if it's 1,000, do maximum $100-200 position, so that if there's that event where, like Ripple, you won't be in a situation that you would have a forced liquidation. And if you want to buff it up, then perhaps you should do like 2K, and then just like maybe have a 2K buffer, and then do $100 position, even $50 position, so that you can ride it long term. But if you were really having $1,000, $2,000, I highly recommend that you choose a fundamentally sound coin and put your money in there. And when you make that decision, right, make sure that it's consolidated. So let me give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example. So say for example GNT now. Okay, say for example GNT. I picked up GNT again. Okay, I picked it up way early, guys. Okay, it was around the 3,000 4,000 satoshi mark, and now it's 11,000. So I picked up some at around the 13,000. I picked up some at around 11,005. Okay, so as you can see, it's now very, very quiet. It's not the star anymore. It's no longer the star of the show. So but there seems to be a flaw. So I picked it up. I'm just gonna wait and see, because if this was the high, 16,000 satoshis, anytime that it climbs above 15,000 or 16, or up to back up to the 16,000, I'm in the money already. And if it falls back down, this is the support level. I'll pick up some more, because I believe in where it's headed, right? I believe in the direction of Golem, right? The shared computing power is a very powerful concept. It's very Uber-like, don't you think? I don't want to use Uber as an example for Uber this, Uber that, but it is very Uber-like, because you are not needing to take, you don't have to buy, especially if you're a corporation, you don't have to buy hardware anymore. You can just, rent the computing power. I think that is pretty awesome, and that's where I see it. So you see, it's very quiet now. It's practically like it's not doing anything. In fact, it's always downtrend if you ask me. But whatever it is, I'm just accumulating Golem at this point in time. And another one, okay, another one that I really like is, of course, the prediction markets, guys. Augur. Now, Augur was, sheesh, man. Don't even, man. Augur was something that I saw, but I saw a bigger play in Ethereum Classic, and I decided to go more on heavily weighted into Ethereum Classic rather than Augur. And it's a mixed feeling, because I got it right on Ethereum Classic. I also got it right on Ethereum. In fact, I sold Ethereum at 50 bucks to enter into Augur, and I entered into Golem. So I liquidated, and of course, naturally, I re-entered Ethereum at about 42 bucks with additional money, right, from outside. Nothing to do with anything here anymore. And yeah, so far so good. Okay, but to me, I'm just thinking that there's a lot of speculation right now, and the volumes are crazy, because more and more exchanges from outside of the US and are coming in, especially Asia. Asia has a lot of money, guys. So when you have that kind of volume coming into cryptos, you're gonna see huge swings. Okay, and the swings are really awesome for day traders, or whatever short-term traders, okay, bot traders even. But I don't use all those. I'm just really invested when I say this. And Augur is into prediction markets, and it's, to me, the most prominent and well marketed one out of, I'm sure there are other prediction markets, right? So I'm just looking for the fact that it was the first and that I took notice of, and I will just stay invested. So for Augur, I've not really re-entered, but it's good to look at the moment because it's starting to find a floor at the 824,000 satoshis, and it's around there, right? It's around there, and I look at Augur. I'm not in yet, but I'm definitely looking at Augur right now. Okay, so these are probably the three takes that I'm looking at. So same thing, ETC, ETC, Augur, and Golem. These are the guys that I'm looking at for now because everything has run up so much, guys. Let's just look at everyone's favorite. Okay, the darling at the moment. Okay, which is Ripple. Okay, just guys, come on. Let's take a deep breath, take a look at it, and please tell me that it's not parabolic. No one can deny that it's parabolic. I mean, sorry, it is parabolic. Okay, it's already run up so much, and people are still chasing it. It will correct. Okay, I don't know when, and if you guys are still chasing it, okay, fine. I wish you all the best, but I'm not touching it because it's awesome when you picked it up here and here, but it's really run up. Okay, I think I mentioned I'm a little bit tilted or salty about the fact that I missed it, and when I wanted to pick it up was to be honest with you, was here, 3rd of May. Okay, I spoke to my partner about it, and I told him I wanted to go in on the 3rd of May, you know and yeah, so I spoke to him about it. He can validate, guys, and yeah, and here was the run up. So I am salty about it, man. Okay, I am salty, but I'm not gonna cry over it because I know that at the end of the day there's gonna be other opportunities. Okay, and what key takeaway I can give you guys is stay invested in a particular coin and don't keep chasing. Okay, don't keep chasing, because if you keep chasing, you're going to get hurt. So let's look at XEM, for example. Okay, XEM. I've been doing a little bit of research on NEEM, and yeah, I mean, they have a good strong story, but same thing, they're starting to kind of consolidate. But I'd like to see more the volumes are, I guess, higher now because they suddenly picked up. As you can see, this was quiet all the way, man. And props to people who saw it early. Okay, but it's slightly parabolic. I'm glad that it corrected and it's starting to kind of consolidate with really high, with a large range for you to still trade with. I'm gonna wait for probably around 5,971 before I look at it again, right? So yeah, these are the ones that I'm that's on my radar. Okay, so guys, key takeaway, if you can, try not to be on margin. If you have to, be conservative, go in 10-20%, even 5% of your total account. That way, right, if you get it wrong, or if the market there's a huge retracement from where you're in, but you believe in the coin, that is, you're convicted. You have to be convicted. You have the conviction that the trade that you did is gonna be in the right direction, right? And if you're not, you shouldn't even open a position in the first place. Okay? So yeah, that's one thing. And another key takeaway, guys, I don't usually short cryptocurrencies, man, because money is flowing in. Okay, I don't short because I know that shorting is not going to make me money. Shorting is just very, very short term. And we just came into our bull run of the cryptocurrency markets. I've been having some people telling me that, it's a bubble, it's going to burst soon and everything like that. But you know what? The US stock market is a bubble. It's been running since 2009, after the cheap money that has been pouring in by the feds, and it's still going, right? So why are people being so worried that just because it was from 8.5 billion and now it's 55 billion in a short span of time, and they're panicking, right? They're thinking that it's a bubble. No, it's not a bubble, man. The party just started. And even if it bursts, I guarantee you it's gonna recover damn quick because everything is gonna be dirt cheap, and I promise you I'm gonna be in. And on my next video, I'm gonna talk to you about scaling out of positions, right? Meaning that you're gonna have money still rolling, and you're gonna be gradually moving out and reducing your risk. So I want to do a video on that, but that will be probably a later part of the week when I get to it. And I just want to make sure that you guys are gonna have that life-changing income as well. Okay, but tools are very important. So I use Coinergy, and Coinergy so far has been awesome for me to you really put up my support levels. It has that notifications, that alerts, and of course you can draw all your charts here. So I highly recommend Coinergy. So my affiliate link is in the description below. Also, if you guys are wanting to generate a passive income on cryptocurrencies and you're not into trading as of yet, I highly recommend that you look at the list of programs I have that will allow you to earn Bitcoin or Ethereum passively. So take a look at the link in my description below for the list of programs that I use. Also, never ever keep your cryptocurrencies on the exchange. Okay, never ever keep your cryptocurrencies on your exchange. At the same time, whichever exchange that you use, always enable a 2FA and change your passwords regularly to prevent any hacks. Okay, of course, we cannot prevent a scam, meaning that, for example, the exchange, the owners running away with money, we can't prevent that because they own it. But other than that, for everything else, do your best to prevent, unnecessary losses, and always keep a portion of, you know, a tradable amount of money where you want to do your day trading or weekly trading or whatever, but always for long-term positions, never have it on an exchange. Always keep the coins in a Ledger Nano S, or keep it on Exodus.io, a desktop wallet, which isn't that secure as well, but it's still better than you keeping. At least you own the private keys, right? So always look at those wallets whenever you're purchasing. And yeah, stay safe, have fun. I pray that you guys have life-changing income. Bless you, God bless, and have a good week ahead.